Start recording. You guys should be so damn proud of finishing this program. So take a minute, grab your cocktail, grab your water, whatever you can do. I am totally cool with. I am just so proud of every single one of you, no matter where you're at. And I know there's a few of you that are a week behind or wherever you're at. I'm so proud of you guys for going all in on this program. So first and foremost, I wanted to do a cheers. And also, that's the new Lizzo song. If you did not know, it's pretty fabulous. I sent it to a few of you this week, and I was like, how have I never heard this song before? It's just like, feel good. All right. You got your water or your cocktail or whatever. Let's cheers it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Woo. Awesome. I wanted to just take tonight for you guys to share. I mean, we've done this every week. We have a new round of girls starting tomorrow. So I would love for you guys, just take a moment and reflect and be so proud of yourself, but also would love for you to share kind of your thoughts on this program and what could help someone else who's starting it brand new, because you guys are now the OG girls, and I want them to hear from you what this did for your life, what this did for your routine, all those things. So don't all go at once, but I know you guys have a lot to share. So whoever wants to unmute, go for it.
I'll jump on first. I've been doing this on Beachbody for a while, but this thing kind of was a great reset. Even if you don't think you're going to lose anything for it, we've all had some awesome results, whether it's the weight, the inches, or just how we feel in our skin. Mine has been all three of the above, and I love it. And as for the restrictive part, it really isn't restrictive. It just makes you think outside your comfort zone of what to eat. So you get to try new foods, number one. Number two, you find things that go together that you never would have thought have, and you find new foods made by other, like in your mind, like the noodles that we found and some of the other dishes. And to me, that's been awesome to see in the group, because that's really kind of helped with the nutrition part of, hadn't thought of that, or where can I find that one, or was it good, was it not good, and get other people. So that's something I've really enjoyed.
Also, your confidence has grown so much in this last month, even how she just talks on calls. Anyone else can tell that? Like, I know Rachel's shaking her head. Yes, it's so true, right? Clearly something's working, girlfriend. Who else wants to share? I know my new challenger, Emily's on. Yay. What other advice do you guys have? What did this program do for you in your life? What would you share for those that are starting? Go ahead, Lauren.
I'll go. So I work like a super busy schedule and I'm in labor and delivery. So it's sometimes you eat breakfast at 8 o'clock and you don't eat your lunch until 5. So it's like very tiring, but honestly, if I can do it with that crazy schedule, anyone can. And so when I work on Friday and then again today, there was massive amounts of homemade pastries, like maple donuts today. And the girls just looked at me and they're like, if we had like your willpower and everything to do this. And then one of the girls, so I got some weird looks about it. And one of the girls was like, no, she's doing like an elimination thing to figure out what foods are bothering her. She's like, she's doing great. Look at her. So that made me feel really good today because it was a pretty crappy day. So, and like my win is I'm down. So just in the 4 weeks, down 10 and 3/4 inches and 9.3 pounds.
Holy moly. I was going to say your face today looks so different. I don't know. Something
really?
About it. Yeah.
I feel kind of swollen because I don't know if I'm catching the Rona that's going around.
No, you just seem, again, it's how you guys are talking on these calls even is so different than week 1. So it's super cool.
Yeah, I was going to say, so week 1, when you had me talk, thankfully I had a hoodie on because like when I get nervous, I break out in hives. And I sent my coach M a picture, and she goes, "Did Danielle have you talk?" And she goes, "I'm very proud of you." So my confidence has definitely gone up, and she keeps sending me like reels on Instagram, like, "Hey, just know you need to hear this. Like, you're doing great. I'm in your corner cheering." And I was like, "Are you trying to tell me something?" And she goes, "Maybe."
Heck
So
yeah, because look at your
that's probably
results.
what happens soon, ladies.
We know it will. Super duper proud of you, and so cool seeing your confidence grow so much. And it's proof that like when you plug into the team, right, and you don't just lurk around or do your own program off by yourself thinking you know what's best, like sometimes doing the more committed thing that seems really scary is like exactly what you need to elevate yourself in so many different areas that you probably didn't know when you
100%. Like, I didn't think I was gonna get like very good results. And honestly, I didn't go full bore into it because I'm still learning the whole like containers thing and all that. I just cut out dairy completely, but I do miss cheddar cheese. I cut out gluten, which I'm gonna stay like gluten free because I know I have a sensitivity to it, and alcohol. That's it. So,
yeah, it's working.
but you guys have been very helpful, and it's greatly appreciated.
Right back at you, girl. Keep doing your thing.
Thanks.
Give me the other wins. What else do you guys want to share?
I can go.
Go for it, Mel.
I would say first, this really gave me something positive to focus on. It seemed hard, but now at the end of it today, today I did my last workout because I was sick earlier in the week, so I was kind of playing catch up, and I like almost got emotional after it, which I've had happen before. That happened when I finished 9-week Control Freak 2 because that was hard as hell. And this was equally hard, in different ways, but I'm a strong believer in some things happen for a reason and come at a time when you really need it. And I think I didn't realize until the program was over how much I really actually needed this for multiple reasons. One, for myself to have something to focus on other than having a high stress job and being a mom. Two, to feel like I'm actually doing something to improve my back issues, and to see the strength gains that I've had from when I started to now, like doing that glute bridge with the weights over and being able to lift. I was like, I'm not gonna be able to do that, and I did it. So just all of that, growing my confidence, giving me something positive to focus on, even though it was difficult, it wasn't as difficult, I guess, in a way as I originally thought it was going to be. And I would really say for new challengers, I was already conscious of my food issues because I've had a lactose issue for as long as I can remember. And I helped my husband go gluten-free years ago when we figured out that, or when I knew that that was his issue. So for me, it wasn't a huge dietary change, but there were still changes there. And I just see all of the gains and losses that so many people in our group have had. And I think it's really attributed to the fact that so many people live with food sensitivities and either know it and ignore it and just continue to eat it anyway, or don't know it. Like when my husband dropped gluten, he literally dropped 40 pounds in 2 months. It was nuts. So I think this is a really powerful program for anybody to go through to just learn more about gut health and what it is, what foods may be affecting them that they don't realize, and to just get a better positivity about food in general.
Well, and this is probably the first program that you've actually finished, within the time frame and not having to adjust because of your back injury.
And it's the first nutrition shift I've done since starting Beachbody programs. I've just been following the container system for as long as it's existed. I didn't even really make any changes once it switched to Ultimate Portion Fix. I just kept going on the OG portion containers.
Mhm.
So yeah, this was a huge shift for me to actually like plug all in completely 100%.
Yeah, I think Julia was saying the same thing to me this week. So proof that our OG girls need to be open to it, because you never know how much it can shift.
And
Love
plug
that.
into this group. This group made the difference.
Preach it. Sarah's got a thumbs up. Who else wants to share? I know there's a lot of other wins. Rach, you want to go?
Why not? Okay, so I've said it before on our like weekly calls, but me and my husband are trying to get pregnant and it hasn't gone as easy as we expected. You know, the movies make it so easy and it doesn't work that way. And so this was kind of like right before I started, I was getting really gassy. I was feeling bloated. I've always had skin issues. I mean, ever since hormones started in my body, I had pimples. But yeah, so that was like, okay, Autumn saying bloat's going to go down. Great. Wonderful. I need that. Autumn said gas is going to go down. Perfect. And my husband's like, yes, please do it now. So I was really excited about that. And I honestly didn't think the workouts were going to be hard because no jumping. And I mean, heck, I've done 80 day obsession twice. Like that was hard. But the first weekend I was so sore. And I was like, wait, how am I sweating from a cardio workout that has no jumping? And I barely sweat for body burn workouts. Like I have to go to the garage or outside to actually get a sweat on. Like this is insane. And so every week I would take our picture just to see the difference. And the first week I saw a humongous difference. I was like videotaping myself spinning in the backyard. I was like posing and taking tons of content pictures because I felt so good. And then each week it just got better. Like, I don't know. There was one week where my energy kind of dropped. I think that was week 3. It kind of felt like a lull. But that could have been an environmental lull. I mean, we're 1 week or 1 month away from school being over, y'all. I'm a teacher. And so, yeah, but the last week, my energy was like higher than every other week. My brain fog was definitely way better. I even had my period start on Friday and I took my picture Saturday morning and I still saw amazing results. And I shared in our group, but like, it's weird. Like I got emotional when I said it the first time and I like went live in my own bod group and I said, y'all, like I'm down to my high school volleyball weight. I mean, back in 2019 is when bod groups changed, but like my progress in those few years has been like over 45, 50 pounds. And it's insane to even think about that being long term, but it reminds you like, don't look at a short term. Yes, 4 weeks is great. It's going to do a lot, but like keep going. Like it's over right now, but your journey's not over. Like, keep going, find something new. Danielle posts all the different like options we have, all the different opportunities we have. If this is a good nutrition for you, like stick with it, get the results, keep feeling amazing. If this is not as long-term that you want, like do portion control, maybe cut the gluten out, maybe cut dairy or do it once a week. I mean, girl, I miss cheese too. And I had a little sprinkles in my dinner tonight and I had champagne for the first time on Saturday morning. And I actually got a little tipsy. It was kind of funny. And so like do things that you know are going to work for you. I mean, I think that's the biggest thing that this program taught me is like, man, I'm looking at those ingredients really hard. I thought I was before, but I'm looking at them pretty hard now. Tofu's not bad. Give it a shot. Black beans are good. Proteins, like give it a shot. Change that. I mean, protein doesn't have to be animal products. So yeah, there's so many different changes. I mean, I got my husband to eat tofu and he didn't even know it and he actually liked it. So like, maybe don't tell him what it is until after they clean their plate. That's my hint. But yeah, so like, I'm probably going to try to do it again for round 2, or just be as cognizant of what I'm eating as possible, because I honestly think that this is going to help us get pregnant. Just putting it out there, cutting out all that nasty stuff, cutting out all the processed stuff. Maybe that's what my body needed. And not to mention like the muscle definition, y'all, like, where did that come from? Got my 6-pack back almost. And my husband, oh, that's the other thing. My husband even noticed my energy change, y'all. Like, that is bigger than any number you can possibly imagine. He was like, your energy is way better. Like, you are Rachel again. Like, where there you are. And that hasn't happened since my first program, y'all. Like, he's noticed a difference. So, and that was like 4 years ago. So like, this is some magic right here. And it's something to share. It's something to do, something to publicize all over. Okay. That was too long, but there you go.
No, I loved it. And for sure, take your weekly progress photos, even if you don't like them, even if you get mad about it one week, even if you, I think the other thing to take away is like, I think all of us could say is that none of us were perfect on this program, but it didn't mean that that was an excuse to just do whatever the F that you wanted to do, right? Like the program is there for a reason. So I know for me, like I used all the supplements. I use Shakeology every day. I used Energize and Recover. Like I'm to a T when it comes to that sort of thing. And then really planning ahead that you know certain things are coming up in the next month for yourself. I think all of us really talked about that in the group of like, hey, I have a barbecue coming up this weekend. I know my family's going to be there. They're going to pressure me of why I'm not drinking. So like have a plan to go into that barbecue. Number one, already eating the things that you know you can have. So you're not going there super hungry and then just like divulging on every pasta salad that's there that's not per the program. But like preparing yourself to go into a bar and order a soda water, or I did like water with a splash of watermelon juice, and my friends had zero clue that I wasn't drinking. I didn't care because I also told like some of them that I felt comfortable, like, hey, I'm doing this, like Lauren said at work, I'm doing this because XYZ. I want to feel better and I want to learn more about my body. And anyone who doesn't respect that and gives you shit about it is really just jealous that they're not doing what you're doing. So lean into your group with those times, because this isn't just a diet or something for shits and giggles. You're doing this program because you truly want to feel better. And it takes a long time for some people to get to that decision of like, I really actually want to feel good. I think all of us on this call could say, you know, we've done other fitness programs and we wonder why we don't see results. Well, it's because you have to marry the two together. You have to focus on your nutrition just as much as you do your fitness. Both are equally important. Sometimes to me, I think the nutrition is actually more important because you can't work out unless you have the proper fuel.
I had to
Can't
pause the
outwork an
workout.
unhealthy diet. You want to say the same thing?
I was gonna say I had to pause the workout the other day when Autumn said something about like, hey, want to know how to get 6-pack abs? It's 6 servings of stop eating crap. And I was on the floor laughing so hard, but it's true.
It is. Because sometimes we think, oh, I just drink my Shakeology and I can still go out and have like 6 drinks with my friends and I'm going to feel great. And it's like, yeah, there's a time and the place for that. But to me, I now cognitively think about, okay, when do I want to indulge? Why is it important for me to want to indulge? You know, is it a moment in my life that I want to feel good and fit in? Or is it a moment in my life that I actually really want those 3 champagne drinks and I'm going to be cool with it the next day when I'm probably not going to feel so hot? And that's cool, like fine. Or I think I've mentioned this on the weekly call of like, are you going to eat the cupcake from Kroger or Dunkin' Donuts because it's just there and your coworkers brought it in? Or are you going to save it for like my boss, his wife makes really good homemade stuff. So like for me, the time that I would choose to have something is I know that that is like really, really good and it's made from the heart and it's going to be effing worth it. That to me is a different decision rather than just doing the old Kroger cupcake for shits and gigs. So anyways, who else wants to share? I don't know if Julia, I know Kayla's not feeling that good. But Kaylee and Jamie, any of y'all that haven't shared yet, if you want to add anything,
I'll go.
go for it, Jamie.
I just want to share. I mean, you guys have all said like so much good things, but I think it's just overall really cool to see how your body feels doing this program. Like ultimately, like I've never slept so good in my life, and I have a toddler. Like I like woke up one morning and I was like, oh my God, I slept so good. And that was really cool. That was like a huge win for me. So I think, I mean, I just noticed like so many things triggered my body. So I'm definitely like going to keep going on those for sure.
Proud of you. Yeah, the sleep is a real big one. Anyone else want to share?
How'd y'all not have to pee at 2 o'clock in the morning? Every single day, 2 o'clock on the day, had to pee.
I know. I'm the same way, Rachel. So I guess you're stuck with me at Summit. I don't know.
I'm gonna unmute, but you're not gonna see me because I feel awful. So sorry.
Totally cool, Kayla. Proud of you for being here.
I just wanted to share that this whole program has really like changed the way that I think about myself and my confidence and the way that I eat. But not only that, but it's also like I was able to take back what I used to be able to see myself as. And the year of like 2020 was awful for everybody, but I had a lot of really bad things happen during that year. And that's basically when I started to gain a bunch of weight. And I just, kind of gave up on myself. And I decided to do this program because I was like, no, I don't want to feel bad anymore. I don't want this to be the reason. I don't want to just eat what I'm eating because, and so that's why, and I knew that if I did this group, then I would take accountability for it. And so if like anybody's ever thinking like, no, I'll do it by myself. Like I tried it by myself, not this program, but I tried a program by myself and I did not have the accountability. Like with the group, with the, everybody that I can talk to and be like, hey, I had a really bad day today, but I'm going to be back on it tomorrow. Like everyone was so encouraging about it. So I think that was like the really great thing about just having this group. And I'm down 14 inches and 11 pounds. So that
proud.
was really amazing. So those are my wins, but I'm sorry I'm not showing myself. I'm stomach bug right now. So I'm just, surviving.
Totally get it, girl. I'm proud of you for being here. You can totally hop off if you need. And all the things that you said are so true. And it's just, again, cool to see challengers that have been maybe thinking, I do too. Like I do it in my head, like I'm good. I don't need to like plug into a group or whatever. And it's cool to see you guys take your first one, like, and go all in and commit to it and be there and just reap the rewards of plugging in. Super proud of you. Julia, Kaylee, anyone else want to share? I don't want to cut y'all off. Or Emily, if you have any questions for anybody, we have a few minutes. Or Alice too. Sorry, Alice.
No, that's fine.
Like there's someone else I'm missing.
It's all good. Just to kind of piggyback off what Kayla was saying about how she pretty much found herself again. I may cry because I'm very emotional. So I apologize. But yeah, I did kind of find myself again with this program too. This is the first program that I've actually legit finished from start to end without giving up, no matter how crappy I was feeling one day, or the workout was too hard, or I ate like crap like one day or whatever. I'm like, you know what? No, it's easy. Like I'm overthinking things. I can do it. It's really not that hard. And I also learned from this, and I know I told it in the group chat and everything, but I'll say it here, that definitely, if I definitely leaned in more and not allowed my past to inhibit me and being afraid to share, with a lot of y'all, I definitely would have lost a lot more than I did. Don't get me wrong, I lost about 8 inches, so I'm very proud of myself with that. That is great for me. And so I'm definitely doing round 2, but I'm definitely going to lean in a lot more and definitely be open, because I can see the openness and everyone willing to share, and how everyone's like, great, you know, and I love that. And I didn't really get to have that for a lot of my life. So it definitely felt good for what I did have. And I'm definitely leaning in round 2, and I can't wait what the next 4 weeks are gonna bring for me.
So proud of you. And thank you for sharing that. So awesome. Kaylee.
Yeah, I'll go too. I think somebody else already said it, but this is my first program to like finishing in like the actual time period. Because of you guys like holding me accountable to finish on time. Like most of all my other programs, I've like let excuses get in the way, like, oh, it's okay if I like push this workout to next week because I need an extra rest day, or I know in my first program, I started 9-week Control Freak when my daughter was only like 4 months old. So definitely took me a lot longer than 9 weeks to get through that. And she went through 2 surgeries like during that time period too. So just a lot of like weeks off even. And I think just starting on that, like it set a tone for like my other programs. Well, I did it then, like I'll still, as long as I finish it, it's fine. And I've made progress, but it definitely, like there's a time limit for a reason. There's only a certain number of rest days a week for a reason. And it definitely pushed me a lot more to do all the workouts that I was supposed to do each week. And just my nutrition. I haven't really set like a nutrition plan in any of my other programs that I've done while doing Beachbody. I'm sorry. I've just kind of like, I'll eat a little healthy for a few days and then I'll kind of just do whatever I want some other days. So it was really good to like do containers and make sure that I was staying on top of all my nutrition. I know that helped me get the results that I wanted. So really excited.
Proud of you. And that's such a good point of like, I think someone else mentioned this too, like taking this program and now making this your precedent. And I'm not saying that from the standpoint of like, you're perfect in every aspect on everything we do, but I can honestly say for myself, being the grandma of this group, like the reason that I'm still here 8 years later is because I commit to every new program that comes out. And it's not because I always love all of them. It's because I know I'm going to learn something from each one of them. And like you're saying, Kaylee, there's a time limit. So there's kind of no room or excuse for me to be like, well, shit, this happened in my life, so I'm going to peace out for a month. Obviously, being a coach also is that ultimate accountability. So I know for some of you that are considering that, like that's a way to really hold yourself to doing what you said you were going to do, to be honest. I know some of you guys are shaking your heads because it's true. Like just mentally in your brain, it switches. Not that you're perfect, because heck, I'm sitting here with champagne on a call Sunday night at 8:00 and about to have a team call after this, but because there's something new to be learned in every single program. So I really want each of you to take away from this of like, don't go back to everything that you were doing. Take what you learned from this and apply it, and then see how your life can, adjust a little bit, back to the things that you love, but being open and continually trying every new test group that comes out, because there's something magical that comes from every single one. So just my kind of 2 cents with Fire and Flow coming up after Memorial Day, because I know that will be one that people will be very surprised at what kind of results you get from it. So just my 2 cents. Don't go back on your islands. You guys know, I'll call you out and come hunt you down. Any other closing thoughts?
I haven't spoken yet. I also am kind of feeling like garbage today. I'm really happy that I completed this program, and I'm really thankful for all of you guys for just being on this journey together and being involved in the pods. And I know that they can be a lot sometimes with the messages, but this was a really big game changer for me, because even more so than the hub and the body groups, I think this chat is really what kept me going. And these weekly meetings, just having that extra like dialed in time to be together is something that if we weren't involved in it, I think we all would have been like, oh, that's too much. Like, I don't want to do that. But being a part of it has really changed this game for me and kept me on point 100%. And I am excited to keep going and keep doing this with all of you guys. I had gluten this morning and I've kind of been on the run all day. I have a headache so bad and I've like felt nauseous for the last hour. It's insane how crazy this stuff is just not good for you. And just to weed it out and really see when it comes back. Like it's been so quick, like all day. I was like, oh, I just don't feel great. I'm making vegetables right now because I was like, I need them in my life.
Proud
So,
of you,
yeah.
Julia. And so true. Like the chat has been so good.
Yeah, so great. So thank you.
Of course. And I will definitely ask for y'all's feedback in the chat, like, you know, for future test groups. Obviously, I know this is a time commitment on every Sunday, so we're not going to do this every week for every single time forever. But, you know, if that's something that you guys feel is valuable for future test groups, like I definitely want your feedback or ideas around that. So if you have any thoughts around that this week, like totally throw it in the chat, because I want to do what works for best for all of us to stay consistent and accountable. Anyone else?
I have something else.
Yeah.
So I even had like one of my friends from high school, her mom messaged me on Instagram, and she goes, so how are the workouts? She goes, I wanted to do it, but I needed to save some money first.
Mm-hmm.
So I sent her like my final pictures and like my measurements, and she goes, damn. She goes, doing it when I get money. I was like, yes. So that was another one that I had this morning, and I was like, oh, wasn't expecting that from her.
You know, you're going to have every coach from our message pod messaging you after this saying, okay, when are you switching on over to the good side? Love it. Love it. Love it. Anything else, guys? All right. Well, if you're staying on, we'll just stay on the same link. We're going to start our coach call. Everyone is welcome to listen in. It's not like a get the heck off, but I'm just letting you know we're transitioning. So if you have to hop off, totally cool. If you want to listen in, totally cool too. I'm so proud of you guys, and last cheers to finishing 4-week gut. So proud. Yeah. And if you're sticking on, totally can do that. And we'll kick off May. Gosh, so crazy. All right, guys. So I wanted to quickly go over how we're going to do team calls, because we got some feedback on that from Super Weekend. So thank you specifically to Sarah. We wanted to make sure that you guys are getting the content and the training that you need and you want and you deserve. So what we did is, if you look at the team calendar that I posted, can y'all see this? Cool. What we're going to do from here on out is kind of mix it up. So probably the first 2 weeks of the month, we'll be using calls that I put in the event. And maybe Ali, you can grab the link to that and put it in the chat. So basically we'll go through team announcements and recognition at the beginning of the call. And then the idea is that our team calls for those weeks will work like we do for our Zoom workouts, where we're going to watch it all together, but I'm not going to share my screen, because then you're going to hear background noise and stuff like that. So you'll watch it as you would your workout. So you'll need to like click that link to bring up the YouTube recording. And then obviously we'll still be on Zoom and watching it together. Make sense? Everybody cool? Basically, the idea is we want to bring you guys other voices from our larger team on topics that we feel would benefit you. And then we're also still going to have like our team calls. So on the 15th, you can see we're going to do our Fire and Flow launch. So Ali and I and whoever else wants to will launch that to all of our teams. So that's a call that you can bring on your challengers and other coaches to learn about the program, learn about the test group, learn about what we're going to do around it. And then we'll be doing our book club at the end of the month. So that's also something new that we are implementing. Allie, I don't know if you want to quickly talk about that real quick.
Yeah, sorry, I was finding the link and I haven't found it yet if you want to look while I
Cool.
talk. So basically the idea of the book club is that everybody's going to pick one of the 3 books that's posted. So the Atomic Habits, Fear's My Homeboy, or Best Version of You, which is a new Josh Coates book. And so you're going to read that throughout the month. And then on the 22nd, we'll all come together. There'll be one team leader that's reading each book that's voting in that poll that's in the hub. And they'll kind of like lead the discussion, and we'll just chat about what you've learned from each book that you've read, and kind of what you've gained and what you can share with the team. So it's more of a collaborative effort conversation. And we'll all learn about the 3 books essentially.
Yeah. So you want to get a book now and start reading it. And then
The idea is to be done by the book club call. So
Yeah.
you've read the whole book. I mean, if you're not, that's not a big deal. But if the idea is that you're done.
does anyone have any questions around that?
You can also do an audio book if you have a commute or a drive. Like that's fine too. Like you don't actually have to like read the book.
Well, you're reading it, but listening. Okay, cool. So some other things to think about for this month real quickly is it's still the 4-week gut challenge packs are on sale, as well as Fire and Flow launch will be coming right before Memorial Day or right after. I'm gonna mess this up in my head when Memorial Day is. It's going to be coming on the 24th of May, so right before Memorial Day. So really these next 3 weeks are the time to start talking about it. So if anyone sees any stories they like or things that they make, feel free to share it in the new coach chat so everybody can use them. But again, like use your gut protocol results to still help people. Like this is now the best time to use everything we just went through and share that with people, because they can totally still do it before Memorial Day, And then some other things this month, the body block is starting tomorrow. So I don't know if you guys have looked into that. Basically, the idea is that you do 3 weeks consistently of workouts, 5 days a week, and you pick a track based on your goals. And you pick like the body classes. So you could do it at the specific time, obviously, or you could do recordings, but they'll give suggestions on that. I'm still waiting to get in the bod group, and then I will post like a visual so you guys can see the different options for your track. But I did post in the hub under my post about it, the FAQ, which has like the class options based on the track right there as well. So I'll make a pretty graphic and put it up in the hub so you can easily see it. But for now, you have the FAQ to go to. Sorry. And then we have Summit coming up faster than you think. So in the next kind of 2 to 3 weeks, Allie and I are really going to be finalizing rooms. So if now is the time that you're like thinking about coming to Summit or wondering what it is, it's the time to commit before we give up some of our rooms that we already have. So essentially we have 4 rooms and there's still open spots to stay there. I will say for my first Summit, I decided 3 weeks beforehand. I got so much FOMO and I was like, I cannot miss this event. This is the first time we've had it in over 2 years. And it's just like the best way to describe it is being in an ocean with waves of positivity and goodness and light and just love and team camaraderie and the workouts and trainings, and just like, that was the moment for me that I was like, oh, like I got this. I know how to do this. And this is where I want to go with it. And that's really when I started building my team and I started stepping up as a leader, and I started like not caring whatever F anyone else thought about what I was posting or what I was doing or any of that shit. And I just like went for it. So if there's any inkling of your head thinking about coming to Summit, you do not have to be a leader to go. You do not have to be a certain rank to go. You can be a brand new coach, buy your ticket today and come. Like I'm telling you that there's a spot now, but there won't be a spot forever. It's a business write-off as well. So everything from the trip you can deduct from your taxes, which is also something that is great. Rachel, I think you're the only other one, and maybe Katie, that have been to Summit. Do you want to share anything else?
It's awesome. It's really fun. You get to actually like get to know those people that are right here on the screen. I'll tell you a funny story. So the first time I went, obviously I don't look very tall in the screen, but I'm like almost 6 foot, and everyone on my team at that point was like, holy moly, I didn't realize how tall you were. And we actually got to hug and like take pictures together and like go hang out downtown and dance the night away. And you get to actually like see each other's personalities in real life, which is so cool and something you wouldn't get to do if you're long distance like this. The benefit of having this community is that we're all over, which is great, but this time, these few days we have together is so special. So you better get your butt there, because I'll be there.
Sarah's going, Jamie's going, Allie's going, I'm going. So just saying. We'll be finalizing things and posting it in the group chat. And we also have the event posted in the hub. If you want more information about it, you can reach out to any of us and ask questions. But honestly, it's a work conference that's like not like work, because it's actually fun and something that you're passionate and purposeful about, and like with your best friends. So it's exhausting, but in the best way possible, if that makes sense. So you will need to prepare to have a fun day of rest when you get back. Lots of energizing, you're good. All right. Recognition time. What do we need to celebrate? And then we will start the training. Who wants to shout someone out?
Everybody who just finished 4 weeks, hello. Woo-hoo.
What else you got? What other celebrations? Are you going, James? Oh, I didn't know she was trying to unmute.
My mom's not on here, but she just signed up, and I've been trying. Hey, girl. I've been trying her to help with her nutrition for like forever, and she like started Beachbody, and then she started like doing all the workouts and everything. She's doing Clean Week right now, so I'm just super proud of her. But it's not like she's gonna see this.
Doesn't matter. A win's a win. That's awesome. What else?
I want to shout out Sarah, one, for being super brave this past week in her personal life and doing some really amazing things work-wise that I don't want to like talk about, but she's just killing it. And just realigning and getting back on Zoom in the mornings and putting your business up there and just really killing it. Also, Jamie, who has been killing it with conversations this past week, like the fire is back and she is absolutely rocking it.
I know her posts keep coming up as recommended for me, so I'm seeing them. I wanted to shout out Rachel because I've just always loved her. She's not my personal coach, but it's so cool to see you just believing in yourself again and being the leader that I knew you always were within this team, and just telling people like it is, because sometimes we all need a kick in the pants. So I'm excited to see what you do these next 2 months leading up to Summit, because I know it's going to be freaking awesome. And I can't wait to see that positive pregnancy test. It's coming. I feel it. Also to Katie, who's been getting back into posting. I know you've been asking for feedback on your posts in the new coach pod, which is awesome. And I purposely am not giving feedback sometimes so that y'all can give her feedback, because I think it's important for everybody to say like, hey, this makes sense to me, or like, hey, what if you worded it this way? Proof that, you know, we're all here to learn and grow together. And then of course, Allie, who kicks me in the pants all the time. And I hope you guys all have a coach on your team someday that just reminds you that you can do hard things too, because I know sometimes you guys think that I know it all, but like the last 2 years, I would not be here where I am without her, because she pushes every single day and she pushes me. So, oh, Kayla switched to coach this week. Okay, we got to get you moving and grooving, girlfriend. So I will add you to the new coach pod. And welcome to your first team call. And it sounds like Lauren's right behind you. So our coach sneak peek went great in March. Good job, Rach and Jamie. All right, guys. So what we're going to do is I'm going to be put on mute so I don't talk your ear off. The link to the call we're going to watch from Bonnie Engel is in the chat here. So you can pull it up. You can watch as much as you can. I want you to put in the chat, like when things are hitting you that you like I want it to be interactive. Bonnie's definitely someone that helped me grow my business from afar. I like to call them my YouTube mentors that I looked up to when I started this business. So I've seen her go from like newly engaged to now having 2 kids and just blown up her business and the way she does things. And her energy is just awesome. So all you have to do is click the link in the chat and let's get our new team call started right. And make sure you take a video that you're on the team call and post it on your stories and tag your friends, because you're spending time on a Sunday night working and you should be showing it off. All right. I'll stop now.